My name is TJ Carley. I'm the Chief Operations Officer with the Meridian Title Company. We are headquartered out of Springfield, Missouri, and I oversee our Kansas City market. I've been in the title insurance business for almost 20 years now. I had my own company here in the Kansas City market for almost 17 years, and a couple of years ago I sold to Meridian Title Company and have stayed on with them. Well, before I started working with ACP, we were a really small company at the time. We had some desktop units that we used for all of our operations, but it was primarily just myself and a couple other people, so we didn't have the need for a lot of big, robust type of machines. But as we expanded and grew our footprint here in the market, the need to have more robust equipment to get things done faster was a definite need that we needed to have. Probably the biggest thing for us, the challenges that we had, was just the speed. Back when I got into the business, we were so paper heavy in what we did, and that was probably one of our largest costs and expenses and overhead every month was our paper. All of our closing packages could have been 100+ pages, per closing that we did. And being able to make multiple copies for clients and agents, having the speed to get it done was something that we needed to have. Also using some equipment that allowed us to not have to leave our workstations too much, to keep somebody in the chair just cranking out the work that we needed to have done. That was probably the biggest inefficiency that we had before I teamed up with AllCopy. Teaming up with AllCopy has allowed us to expand and to control cost a lot more than what we did in the very beginning. I typically, when I first started to grow, I was buying used equipment and just paying for it outright. But once we started to get large enough, I had to be a lot more cautious of my cash flow. So, AllCopy offered me, the ability to lease a lot of equipment that allowed me to stay in my budget and to continue to grow. I wasn't tied into anybody like I am with AllCopy now. I had some early on relationships and bought some one-off pieces from some other competitors here in the Kansas City market. I got teamed up with AllCopy through a business referral group, and I just happened to know the individual that was there, and I like to support other local people that are trying to grow their business platforms as well. That's the whole purpose of us networking together, and it's just been a good fit for me ever since. What stood out to me was just how they listened to the needs that I had, or the challenges that I had as a company and what I needed to do. I wish that I had met with AllCopy a few years prior to when I did. I didn't realize all the other parts of the company and the different legs that AllCopy has as far as technology is concerned. I probably would have gotten more involved on some of those other products that they offer. Your telecom stuff, I didn't realize that you guys did the voice over IP systems. You guys have security cameras, because I have all of that stuff in all of our offices now. And it would have been nice when I was first starting the company to have a company that just had all of that stuff for me right out of the gates versus me trying to piece it together over time. The attention from the rep, I think, is just because having a good relationship with them has been great. Unless something breaks down on me, the copy machines and stuff are almost kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Everything's working smooth. So that's typically what I like. I think just the personal relationship that I had with the rep made it easy for me to get comfortable with AllCopy. There's always competitors that are coming in your doors frequently wanting to know, what they can do to earn your business. But a lot of those people I never hear or see from them again, and AllCopy is just constant. From day one after I started getting involved with ACP, I never really took any meetings with anybody else. I just didn't have any complaints, and the reps were very good about helping me look at stuff annually, auditing my costs and seeing where we could maybe cut or improve. So the relationship has just been the most important thing for me. The education piece, as far as when you guys come in and try to show us the technology and show us how to use it, and just really make it simple for myself and everybody on our team to use. The ease of being able to transition to different types of technology that you guys has been really, the learning curve's really easy for everybody to understand, and it's very forward thinking in our industry, technology-wise. That's what's been so great about working with AllCopy. You know, in my role now, I'm kind of behind the scenes, and more of our team leaders and escrow officers are using the equipment more so than I am. Our industry has evolved into more of a paperless type industry. Our software platforms now have us working on multiple monitors, so a lot of our stuff is done inside of our software platform, but we still have to do a lot of copying, scanning, those types of things. So having the functionality of the equipment in the office is still very important for our industry. I would just say the efficiency is that it's efficient, is really what it is. The equipment is solid. Very rarely are we down on anything, and if we are, I can reach out to my rep and I can get a quick resolution if I'm having any challenges. The products that we primarily have are the large copy machines. We've got desktop scanners and printers. That's primarily what we have as far as AllCopy products, because that's what we use on a daily basis. Like I said, I really wish that I would have discovered AllCopy a few years before I actually did. You know, when I first started the business, it would have been easier to have one platform that I could have done everything with. AllCopy is just a very innovative company, and I think they stay out there and up front on all the technology, which companies need to embrace all the time. I would say probably just from a cost standpoint, you know, being able to lease large amounts of equipment at one time versus trying to buy it all outright helps with the cash flow of any business, which is very important. And in our industry, it's cash is cyclical throughout the year. There's better times than others, so being able to be in those types of leases and payment options they're great for a business owner, a small business owner anyways. As I grew with my company, it was very simple to pick up a phone and say, hey, I'm opening this office and I need another piece of equipment, and they could just add it right on to what I've already got. That was very streamlined with ACP. I would say very just innovative and forward thinking. You know, there's a lot of companies that, you know, aren't always out there on the leading edge of what's going on, and I feel like AllCopy is one of those that is. The one thing that I see ACP being forward thinking is if I had the need for certain products that you guys offer that I don't need, like the charging stations for the electric cars and stuff right now, staying out in front of that stuff, you know, is smart, and it allows you to offer several services to businesses. I think working with ACP, you just get a good personal touch. You know, everybody always says, you know, we've got great customer service, but working with ACP, I felt that personal touch with somebody. I didn't feel like I was just a number. I felt like somebody was sitting there actually listening to the needs of what I needed from a technology standpoint to help me grow, and ACP has been very good at that for me.